retirement party, they'll have to come next year.
Okay, it's 7 o'clock. Call the meeting to order. We have a quorum. We'll start with the pledge of allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, there are several amendments to the agenda. We have 2 retirements, including Charlene Ross, who's been here for, gosh, how many years has she? 31.
Oh my God.
And then we have a couple hires. Item 7 is going to be tabled at this time. And then item 8 was added. The removal of Amy Ishman from the corporation bank account at that state. And then item 10 is adding Sarah Adams to the corporation bank account at that state. So those are all the amendments to the agenda.
So moved.
Second.
Darrell with a motion, Susan with a second. Any questions or discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Okay, we have no one signed up for public participation. So moving on to accept donations, total amount $4,685. And this is all going towards the cafeteria lunch balances.
Guys are gonna have to step up.
So moved.
Second.
Susan with a motion, Gary with a second. Any questions or discussion?
I need to probably add 2 names, Debbie Richardson and Anna Snodderly. I don't think I sent their names to you, but I'll double check my list. I know that Whitewater Valley RMC was gonna, have you gotten anything from them yet? They were gonna make a donation. And
I didn't go
then
through the mail today, so.
College Corner, one of the churches, were they on the last one maybe? Because they made it pretty substantial.
I just printed the list that you originally
Gave you?
and then sent it to her.
Yeah. So many community members, and thanks for taking that on, because I know you sent out thank you notes to everybody. So thank you.
You're welcome. Just check, let me know, because I can put them on next board meeting.
Sure.
Okay, any other questions or discussion? I think this was just great how the community stepped up and how quickly the community stepped up. Any other questions or discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? 360. Moving on to consent agenda. Do have a claims docket of $2,022,457.32. And then there is the overnight out-of-state trip request. And that's just for an advancement of, we do this every year like that.
So moved.
Second.
Gary with a motion, Gary with a second. Any questions or discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Any abstain? 360. tabling item 7. Moving on to item 8, removal of Amy Dishman from the corporation bank account at Bass State Bank.
So moved.
Second.
Gary with the motion, Susan with the second. Any questions or discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Okay, moving on to item 9, appointment of Sarah Adams to deputy treasurer position.
So moved.
Second.
Darrell with a motion, Drew with a second. Any questions or discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Any abstain? Okay, item 10, adding Sarah Adams to the corporation bank account at Bass State Bank.
Aye.
So moved.
Second.
Hang on.
Well, he's like, I don't know, he's a premature aye.
Is that a motion, Darrell, or is that a premature vote?
No. It's a motion.
Okay, so Darrell's motion, Gary was second.
That's fine, it don't matter.
Any questions or discussion?
Yeah, thanks, Sarah, for all that you've done so far.
Yes.
Well deserved. Thank you, we really do appreciate it.
Okay, any other question or discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Okay, moving on to item 11, transfer of Lacey Cox from LES secretary to central office administrative assistant / data coordinator.
So moved.
Second.
Susan with motion, Drew with a second. Any questions or discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Okay, moving on to old business. College Corner local board updates.
We just kind of closed out our year and finished the things. The parking lot is being worked on now, and they still have another piece of equipment coming in on the Indiana side of the playground. So they're hoping to get that done this year. I think that was it. So,
Is the parking lot gonna be done before school
They're hoping.
anticipated?
Yep.
As long as the weather cooperates?
yep.
It looks like it. I mean, it's moving right along.
That all? Okay, moving on to new business. Item 13 is the board policy second reading. These were on the May meeting, however, they did not get added to the June meeting, so this is our official second reading. These were all policies we've already received. So I don't think, yeah, we're not voting on these at this point. I don't believe.
You
Yeah.
dropped the ball on that one.
And then item 14 is the same thing. Was added in the May meeting, was not added to the June.
It'll go to the office.
What's that?
You'll vote on it next month,
Yeah.
the second one.
Oh, so the first one, or item 14 is the first reading, sorry.
Yes, 13 will vote on in August, 14 will go for second reading in August.
Okay.
Remember that.
And then item 14 would be the board policies first reading for volume 37, number 2, and volume 35, number 1. Okay, and that brings us back to public participation.
The gentleman in the back is your math teacher in the whole school district.
Would you like to introduce yourself?
No, I asked Mrs. Hoffman if I needed to be here, she said, usually to meet some of the people that you don't know now, so I said, okay.
Okay, well, welcome. Glad to have you on board.
Yeah, I really am following your agenda, I promise I'm not just.
Oh. You're fine.
Well, are you Matt or Richard?
Richard.
Nice to meet you, Richard. Welcome.
Yeah, the hard part so far has been getting in the building, so
Thank
I
you.
figured I got that conquered, I got to.
Yeah. Okay, any other public participation? Moving on to board comments.
I just have a question, if we know when Power School will be back up and running. Anybody know that answer?
I think they shut it down until registration opens.
I thought it was supposed to be back up today.
I kind of thought
I was
since
on it
registration
today.
opened, it would be, and I've had a couple people ask me.
Registration?
Yes, they shut it down during the rollover process,
Yeah.
and then it was back up this morning.
Oh, it is now?
Yes, it is, Matt.
So it
Oh,
was set
okay.
to go back online
Yeah.
today.
Okay, I checked
It's
this
back on this
morning
morning.
and it wasn't, but maybe it was too early.
I actually had parents calling. They was already doing the registration process with a SNAP code, so yeah, it was definitely on this morning.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, any other board comments?
I also want to thank Sarah. Thank you for just going beyond the call of duty. We appreciate it.
I love this district. I was more than happy to do so.
And
I hope
Lisa, I
you
know that
both-
she did a lot too.
I was
So
gonna
both
say,
of you guys, thank you so
I
much.
apologize, I forgot that, but thank you.
All three of you. You
Yes,
guys did a
everybody.
lot.
I hope you've gotten some time to get to relax a little bit. I'm Probably not.
Not.
I was gonna say, Sarah drove by our house one night, my wife looked at me and goes, she surely isn't going home from work, and I said, probably.
I actually have been training with Debbie Blevins. She's
Yeah.
been gracious enough to come in and train me after she gets off work.
Oh, great.
So that's how I've been learning so much.
Great.
So we've been doing that nights and on Saturdays.
Okay.
Oh my God, like, Lisa, come on, it's time to get in here. Come, like, I go. I'm gonna shop 10.
Right.
We probably need to thank your families then too.
Yeah.
Yes.
No other board comments? We'll adjourn the meeting, short one at 7:12. Executive session to follow.